Up next, we have the businessman working from home during the coronavirus pandemic. As you can see, he's got his chic face mask on, as well as a formal button-up shirt for the Zoom meetings he has all morning, and he's casual on the bottom for what he does after them. I can't mention it now, it's a family show. And now he's showing us his new Nike running shoes and ab wheel that he doesn't know how to work, even though he said he's going to work out during this break. And then he's also got a med ball he's treating as a basketball, but it's too heavy. And then he's moving on. What's he got next? He's got some snacks. He's going to be munching on those all day, probably getting fat and definitely still not working out. And what's this? He's also got alcohol. He's got a bottle of beer he's going to be drinking. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, he'll be saying. And then he moved on to what? He's hoarding toilet paper. He's got all of that toilet paper. He doesn't need that much toilet. Who's going to be pooping that much? He's just blowing his nose on it, and he just threw it out like it's the trash. He's just laughing. Oh, and now he's going to need that toilet paper.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White. Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the leftover news that you didn't know about. Everybody's sitting down at home doing these Zoom conferences. I figured I might as well do one too. Listen, this coronavirus is still going on, and I'm tired of making episodes about it. It's like I'm cooking a big dinner every night when only to grow weary of the work and need some time off. So wouldn't it be fun if, for just one night, we ordered in, oh great, now I'm hungry. Well, this week we'll take a look at smaller stories. Either they've been sitting on the Google Doc where I keep future episode ideas written, or they were meant to be part of bigger stories only to not fully pan out. Either way, they can't make up full episodes on their own, so here we are. Old viewers might notice today's show is structured like episodes of News Times past, and who am I kidding? No one watches this crap. First up, boy, it's been some time since I've said that. Star poaching. It's a tale as old as time. Stars make the leap from one network to the next, often doing similar jobs. It goes like this. If a TV host leaves their current show only to join a competing network just to do the exact same thing, that's poaching. Case in point, Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn did that for Amazon's Project One Way, which coincidentally finished its first season recently. Amazon has done this star-stealing thing before with its original Top Gear hosts, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. Next up, God, it's like deja vu. Netflix is catering to creators unlike any other platform or network. 2 weeks ago, the streamer dropped #BlackAF, Kenya Barris's latest show, and about how he's a successful black man in a white world and how he has so much money he's got to show everyone he's still black. The show comes nearly 2 years after Barris joined Shonda Rhimes and Ryan Murphy, the trio escaping the sudden sanitized purchase of Fox assets by Disney. Speaking of star poaching, Netflix also nabbed Transparent creator Genji Cohan from Amazon, as well as the Obamas from presidency. So what you don't know them from presidency? What, other than the potential new audiences, drew a handful of entertainment's most diverse and creative producers. You guessed right, it's money, baby. But how does Netflix pay for them? Like hundreds of millions of dollars are going to these people, and Netflix isn't exactly making any of it back, so where does the money come from? Variety's Todd Spangler broke down the accounting portion. There's a clause in Netflix's financial reports called commitments and contingencies that essentially allows for the company to write off payments when projects start up. That is to say, producers still get paid all of their money, it's just off the books for the most part. Spangler does a better job at explaining it. I feel dumb just even trying to read it now. And finally, now's a good time to check out film festivals. Obviously, you can't go outside and enjoy them. YouTube and Amazon have stepped up in order to show the movies you wouldn't have seen until they hit streaming sites anyway. In fact, Amazon's South by Southwest Fest is going on right now with 39 movies and shows for free. Additionally, panels will be held with a few of the filmmakers too. The only thing missing would be critics staying up all night and watching the movies in order to write a review of them for their dying outlet the next day, which can be easily remedied. If that wasn't enough, YouTube's festival comes with movies from Sundance, Tribeca, Venice, Berlin International, Toronto International, and Cannes Film Festival. The group is calling it We Are One, a global film festival, indicating that even if we're all stuck inside, we can all still be snooty moviegoers. We Are One starts in late May. And speaking of things that start in late May, why don't you start today by subscribing and checking out one of our other videos? Of course, you can head over to the website cpluscomedy.com, where there's so many great interviews with your favorite comedians. It'll be way better than this piece of crap. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chad Black White. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And I don't know about you, but I gotta take a big old poopy after this, and I'm not talking about pooping. Okay.